If you have sex during pregnancy, it causes miscarriages.
Me?
Yes.
No, I didn't hear that one.
Did you have sex during pregnancy?
Me,
Did you? Yes
I
or
did
no?
though, but see.
So I tore close to the, from beginning, close to the, because his head was really big.
Did they ever tell you this after giving birth that you need to throw the placenta either inside canal
Yes.
or wrap it and dig somewhere and bury it
It
inside?
was canal I heard about.
They say you should tear wool from cloths. You now roll it and put it on top of the baby's head. The baby will stop to
Pick up. Myths or not myths of miscarriages, pregnancy, and parenting. I am Wathoni Anyansi, and you're welcome to Let's Talk Kids and More. And in this season, I have my co-host.
Ese and here. Welcome again, guys.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So I'll dive into the parenting part. So my son, I have slight bow legs, and he had slight bow legs. And people kept saying, you're supposed to help straighten your pikin leg. You go buy olive oil and put it. I never listened, but one way or the other they straighten. He doesn't have bow legs again, and they are not slightly. Like he just has straight legs. The one that messed with my pregnancy, that made me tear, and I took like 4 months to yes. And then I remember that period. I kept asking parents that I'm concerned about when the time is right, and I marry, and then I go through this again. Because I remember then I say I will never have a child again. My fear was, would I have to wait this long before I start having sex again with my husband? Because most times they'll say 6 weeks. So the myth in it was eat for 2. And I know I kept overeating, and I got a 4.3 kg baby. So I tore close to the, from beginning, close to the, because his head was really big. And that was my greatest fear. My greatest fear was money not today. If I don't get him through natural means, I have to do CS. And I was already calculating. CS at the time was like 250K. Where's the money? Natural birth was like 77K or so. Okay. So it was really expensive. And then if I have now, but okay, another myth is, sorry, if your baby is, the first baby is 4.3 now. My first baby was 4.3. The next one will be even bigger. And I'm not a fan of CS. So I'm like, so I have to go through CS now, since the myth in it is if you have a big baby the first time, you have to you be ready to have a big baby the next time.
I don't think I've heard that one before. Most of the people that I know or friends that have given birth, once they give birth to a baby with height, I think they plan it and it reduces. I've never seen anyone give birth to.
I've always seen them having bigger babies.
Are you serious? Yeah. No, but the one I know of is maybe they give birth to a baby that is 3.5. The next baby will be like 3.1. Next one will be like 2.8. Like they learn how to manage to reduce. So, but on speaking on that one that they say eat for 2, I also know about that one because I remember them when I was pregnant. They say chop for yourself, chop for your pikin, or your baby must chop, or chop for yourself, chop for your and before you know overweight. My son, I had my son, it was 4.1, like you said, but yeah, nobody got tears.
You did CS.
I CS because I had complications at that time, so I had to. His heartbeat was reducing, so I had to, go into emergency CS. But like you said, that means it's scary. Like when you tell people eat for 2, I think doctors would even approve you to eat like the right amount of food. Whatever you are eating, the baby is already taken out of it. The baby is not out. It just needs little to keep them, breathing in your stomach. So when they tell you eat for 2, you are overfeeding and it will lead to complications during childbirth, like myself, that I had to go into emergency CS. So,
did you go into emergency CS because they saw he was big?
No, because I was dilating from morning till evening. I was in the hospital for the whole day. Then his heartbeat started reducing because he wasn't coming out. Okay. So it was just because of his heartbeat. His heartbeat was reducing, my heartbeat was reducing.
That's dangerous. Still on eating for 2, the kind of mixes I was doing is ogbono and vegetable together.
Why? You were craving
that? Eat for 2 now.
Mado.
Or I could do rice and spaghetti. Now I'm not even a fan of. I don't understand the white rice spaghetti mix and then stew. Or I'll do beans, bread, and maybe pap. Like that's how bad it was.
Not bad.
So hence the 4.3 kg. Or even when they say if you have heartburn, your child would, the hair will stop growing. Or I remember there was in church, the kneelers in the Catholic church. Someone puts the kneeler down and it hits my second toe, so the whole toe had to come out. They say when I get my child, he will not have that nail. Sorry, not the whole toe, rather. The nail came off, and they were like, he won't have that nail. And they said, my nail will not grow. But
that's grown. God, I beg you. So also speaking on that parenting part that you said, the one I heard for parenting was if you carry your baby too much, you are spoiling the child. And truthfully, they told me that.
I think I heard that one.
They said, then when I just give, that thing now, you always want to carry your baby. Drop palm now, they spoil the pikin, drop. Oh God, you want to carry your child. They don't even know anything at that age. Do you get? They are not even aware of anything. So even till dates. Like till date, I go to some place and like drop the child. You are spoiling him too much. You are spoiling her too much if you keep carrying her. I think it's just false. If you want to show affection to a child by carrying them, to each his own. And people need to just leave all this mentality and just, move forward.
So there was one I heard recently. If you have a girl child and you want to know if you can use your girl child to know if you will have a boy or girl child next.
How?
So she said that if the girl child's vagina is very tight, like, then you're going to, if it's very tight, you're going to have a girl again. But if it's very big,
how would the vagina be big as a child?
The confusion there is,
are they testing it?
How is it? Does she mean the camel toe part? I didn't even understand that, and I didn't bother asking questions. So I'm like, okay. I've always known it to be. Even I don't really believe in how to get boy-girl, but I've always known how to follow the mucus method. There's a way you follow the mucus method to know if you can have it.
Did they ever tell you this after giving birth that you need to throw the placenta either inside canal or wrap it and dig somewhere and bury it inside?
It was canal I heard about.
No, they told me that it's either that or you dig hole and bury the placenta. If not,
your child would die or will not come back. Or you will not get another
child. It's either you will not get another child, or if your child dies, the child will not come back. It was just some very weird, funny things that they told us.
And then there's even, if your child is Jane, and then Jane dies, the next child has to be Jane, so that Jane doesn't die. Because the Jane that died brought back another Jane. Have you heard about that one?
I'm Jane perplexed.
Or the one when you're washing the baby, you have to press the...
Hey, they told me this one. They say if you give birth, people of God, if you give birth and your baby's head is big, they told me a true story. If you give and your baby's head is big, you sort of be pressing his head, press the baby's head so the baby's head will shrink.
So there's another one.
I've never seen that thing happen before, but the kind of things that we hear in Nigeria. It's crazy.
I know of one that my auntie used to talk of, and I've seen her do. If she's bathing the baby, you must take your first shit as a baby. So she would take a cloth, put it in hot water, and it would drip into the anus. So that way, you have to poo.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. So you turn the baby upside down, get hot water, not very hot, but like hot enough for it to maybe irritate the anus hole so that you can poo or she can poo.
We need to ask doctors about these things. We cannot just be listening to our forefathers. Because did they do that to us? I'm so traumatized at this point.
But then, sorry, there's also the water one. Exclusive breastfeeding. If you give water before 6 months, there's an issue. But not everybody actually does exclusive breastfeeding.
I didn't even hear that one. Like if you give water to the child before you stop,
it affects the child's health. Like it's not nutritious enough. The breast milk is already enough. Hiccups or no hiccups, the water is not necessary.
That hiccups thing. Oh, did you hear this one? They say you should tear wool from cloths. You now roll it and put it on top of the baby's head. The baby will stop to hiccup.
I heard it, but I didn't do that one.
I did it too.
I think most of the myths that surround pregnancy.
I did that one of the cloths. I kept it on Richard's head. He kept on hiccuping. Nobody told me I was going to give him water. That means it's not
work.
It did not.
What of the pin one?
Oh, that pin one. That they say if you are pregnant, put pin inside your cloth, like this dress you are wearing now. You know those safety pin. Pin it inside. as you are going outside on your streets, so that bad eye, if they look at your belly, they will not take your pregnancy, take your baby away or exchange it with any spirit thing. I'm guilty. I'm so sorry because they told me you should not be angry. I get pin from 5 months to 9 months inside my dress. Anyone I'm going to pin, safety pin everywhere in my house. Oh Lord.
But I feel like if you believe in something, it just works for you in your head, like
True.
one way or the other. So you believed in the pin thing. So then there's this one about pregnant women not going out. Like if you go out when it's sunny or something. Even it's a normal thing, especially in Nigeria. You go out to, not the club, you go out to a restaurant and you're heavily pregnant. People look at you weird. It's like, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be home.
I think basically that's like I don't want to say it's an African mentality because I see people, even Nigerian friends abroad, they go out. I think that's even the time you need to take them out so they can feel included. They're already tired of being at home. They're at home all day. I'm not saying go to the club and go and start working or whatever, but like you can go to a lounge, relax, get a drink. And speaking of that drink, I heard you can't take alcohol if you're pregnant.
I probably agree with it. It's a myth. I don't think it's a myth. But going back
People
to the
should
club,
tell them, even this cold drink, they said you can't take cold water. Like if you take cold water when you are pregnant, your child will come out and be shaking. I don't know.
No, the one I heard is it's your pregnancy will be big, like the tummy will be big.
If you take cold water or any cold soft drink.
Bigger, yes. But the one on clubbing, I have pregnant friends and you want to go clubbing, by all means do, live your life.
Right.
Especially if you're married and your husband is fine with it, or you're single, or whichever.
So like,
I don't see a problem with it.
Even the exercise one, they said you shouldn't work out too much when you are pregnant. But a couple of women have seen that even she worked out till she was 9 months. Like, in fact, doctors would even advise you to actually be fit and be active more. So I don't know why. I think they are just, our ancestors were just trying to, I'm sorry, to play it safe because they don't want you to harm the baby. So they're trying, just be careful, don't do this, don't do that. But if doctors would advise you to even be active, be fit. If you are lifting weights, don't lift too much. If you are doing too many, don't do anything too rigorous that would stress your baby. But you need to be active, you need to be fit so that by the time it's time for childbirth, it would just be a smooth and easy process.
So sex in pregnancy. I personally didn't have sex while pregnant. So I don't know if you did, but I've heard it as a myth.
That what?
So before you answer, if you have sex during pregnancy, it causes miscarriages.
Really?
Yes.
No, I didn't hear that one.
Did you have sex during pregnancy?
Me,
Did you? Yes,
I did though, but see, when I was like 6 months, 7 months, I was afraid because I don't want it to hit the baby's head. That's in my head.
A myth?
This one was, I don't think this one is a myth. I think this one is just my own personal. I was just like, are you sure the baby, I'm not hitting the baby's head? Be careful. So I think it was just a personal thing for me. I don't know. Or maybe I heard it somewhere and it just stuck in my subconscious, maybe. But I wasn't. Later I read on it and they would even advise you to have sex so that it would help it will open your pelvic or something like that. But yeah.
So that's a lot.
May God help us.
But we're not even focusing on the parenting part. Like so in other countries, if you're like Kenya, for example, if your child is slow, they diagnose like dyslexia. Even like Americans, if your child doesn't move towards the light or move towards sound, they say is deaf. That's how they quickly diagnose people. But here we don't believe in them. So it's like, oh, dyslexia and what's it called? The deafness, that's why people are diagnosed late and then because we are ignorant about it. So the things that we are not even supposed to focus on, we focus on them. I mean, needle, I never wore it. I never put
I kept safety pin. I had boxes of safety pin. At this point, I should have been a safety pin ambassador. I had to be surplus, but we learn now because at the end of the day, these are like our moms, aunties, grandmas, people, friends inclusive that have gone through the pregnancy phase. They know more, they are experienced. They are like your senior colleague, quote and unquote. So when they tell you do this, you are prone to do it. Because if you check online now, you won't see all those things. And We have to be watchful of all this. We don't know. Somebody can be walking to you and might have ill intentions towards you. That safety pin might be what will save you. I'm just saying, I don't know. But that's what I was told.
There's a lot about genotypes and blood groups that can affect your baby. This goes even way beyond having a sickle cell child. Now, you can be an O-negative mom and you're having miscarriages and you don't understand why. Especially after you've had your first child, you could have so many miscarriages after that and not know that your O-negative is what is affecting your unborn baby. Did you do exclusive breastfeeding? Is your expectation for the question from me? Did you do exclusive breastfeeding 6 months?
Yeah, I did exclusive for I did exclusive for 3 months. Then my neck was long. They told me to eat. So there's another myth. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. So there's another myth. I don't know if it's true. I hear that. I don't think it's a myth, but male child suck breast more than female child.
I don't know if it's a myth. I don't know if it's a myth, but I've heard it too.
Yeah. So because I had a boy, or I have a boy rather, my neck shrink, my body, like I was very skinny because I told myself I'll do exclusive for 1 year. 3 months, I was almost disappearing. Nobody, they had to beg me, please, Nan, bring Nan for this woman, mix food. Because normally, I think kids eat every like 2 hours. Sometimes I sleep with breast in his mouth. We sleep together because he was eating, waking up. So he felt like the breast milk was not enough when he got to like 3 months. So I had to, after 3 months, I had to mix it. I was breastfeeding and still mixing baby food for him.
Now, before I answer the exclusive breastfeeding question, I laughed when you said 3 months and the neck thing, and I thought of a myth too. But it's not, the myth is not even the question. You know, you're really busty. And, and there's this thing about having big mammary glands, for the use of better language, and being able to have enough produce. So I don't have such big mammary glands, but I could do exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months. And I was fine. So I stopped breastfeeding 1 year, 1 month.
You did exclusive for 1 year?
I didn't do exclusive. Okay. But it's almost like exclusive to me because when it comes to exclusive breastfeeding, it's always hard to go to semi-solid, especially if you have enough produce. So
did you ever use that pump?
No.
To extra, that thing is painful, man.
You used it?
1 time, never in my life. Never in my life.
But the ones they use now, I hear they are like comfortable. So.
My Richard's grandma gave me the manual one that you have to squeeze yourself. I never got the electrical one. Okay. So it was the manual one and it was painful, and what I even could remove was not enough for him still. So I still needed to mix Nan. Like I could buy baby food like every 1.5 weeks. That's how much he was eating.
Wow.
So imagine I was not able to bring out that breast milk.
At this point, as you can see, it's not about having big mammary glands. It's just a myth. And we've come to the end of this episode. And until next time, bye guys.
Bye guys.